So brand new floor 22, 23, and 24 of the Tower of Trolls. Going to be running over all the team comps, ideas, gimmicks, all that kind of stuff you can use throughout the floors. Compared to some of the previous floors, they are fairly easy as well. I'd say the most difficult one is probably the floor 23. However, if you do have the green Sariel, you should be able to cheese that one fairly easy. Nothing compares to some of these earlier floors which we've had on, but jumping into this first one here, pretty decent rewards throughout all these. 20 Super Awakening Coins is massively nice. Couple SSR pendants. I really would have liked a UR pendant or two, but well, it is what it is. And then 400 anvils and 3 of the tier 5 awakened SSR equipment selection tickets is super good. But in this first one here, the whole kind of gimmick is if you have one of your allies or one of your characters not use any skills for 3 turns, they'll get a 300% buff. So there's a couple different comps you can use for this one. We are going to be using the attack food, and when it comes to the artifact set of choice, going to be using the trio of troublemakers. I feel like this is usually the best one for pretty much every single one of these. This is of course another floor which we can easily cheese with the Suicide Fraldron, using the Elizabeth in the back for heals. You don't need her necessarily. You can use either a DPS character or like a support buffing character in the back that does damage, any of that kind of stuff. But the comp we're running here, basically having the Fraldron die and giving it both of our allies their ultimates. You don't have to use Rimmer as long as you use a character with buff removal. You can kind of substitute the Rimmer. The Rimmer will move the buffs via her passive, so you can get away with that. Meliodas or King, if you have either of them, will do absolutely fine as well. But I just went to do this one before and had auto on, so we're setting that one up. But literally just wasting the 3 cards for these first 3 turns. We will inspect the Liz and have a look at her stats, because you'll see they're massively inflated to what you'd usually see on a regular character, if it would like to load for me. Come on, Grand Cross. Yeah, there we go. 2 million HP. That is absurd. So we'll merge these and I'll go ahead and waste those too. But nothing too crazily difficult. If you want to run the other comp, running the tank Diane or the tank Matrona in your 3rd slot, and then either having the King or the Meliodas with the buff removal is definitely the way to go. You don't only get 1 attack with the buff stats, you will get a couple. So, or actually I think it pretty much lasts until you die, so you should be fine doing that one. So yeah, using the Diane would be preferred because she does have the passive where she starts off with the taunt barrier, whereas the Matrona, although probably better substats, doesn't really have that on. You'll see Rimmer will also get the PS buff for removing the Liz shields, all that kind of stuff, but you could probably get away with doing this without the buff removal. Sometimes attacking into the Elizabeth Reflect can be just a little bit scary though. Damage taken isn't anything super to be concerned about. And then it should be this turn or the turn after where we will go ahead and actually get the stat buff. Quickly inspect the Meliodas here, make sure we haven't got it already. Okay, yeah, nothing yet. Be this next turn, we'll go ahead and waste those 3 again. Shouldn't take a crazy amount of damage from the ults either. Once again, if you are struggling to survive this stage, maybe putting on HP food, changing up the artifact set, or using that DN to have a little bit more of a defensive route would definitely be the way to go. I don't know why they've started to make some of these later ones a little bit easier, but I am not complaining. Free rewards is always nice. Now, if we go ahead and inspect our Meliodas here, he should finally have the... Not Meliodas? Are we not able to move cards either? Oh, okay, so learning as we go here. So Rimmer has the stat buff there. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. That should finish off everything regardless here, but definitely something to keep in mind. Wow, I didn't think you weren't even able to move cards. Oh my, look at how impressive Rimmer is. Jesus. God damn. I mean, taking over to this next turn here, wow, that is some good damage. Are we just gonna get the kill from the Abyss? Yeah, what a good way to finish it off. And then diving straight into the Tower of Trials floor 23, this is the comp we're going to be using. There are a whole bunch of other comps you can use. You can use the green Asterosi, also works really well, but using this Sariel via the debuffs you get from the Grace effect here, this will pretty much win you the fight. After going a couple times, you'll see pretty much all of the opponents will be spammed with these debuffs, and then you're pretty much good to go from there. I would say resetting until you get a extra rank up or an extra Sariel counter so that you can get the level 3 and get that extra turn is very, very nice, but you could probably go without it. It's not a crazy amount of stamina. Using this Gotha obviously for the rank up, and this was the DN I was talking about in the previous floor. We'll probably put the HP food on for this one just in case the DN gets a little bit low. The Red SR Elizabeth in the back as well for a passive for the healing. A super viable unit, and it's crazy just how much of a jump in use she's had. She's always been pretty decent, but especially with the Skull and Hardy, the Holy Relic here as well, helping out a crazy amount. But we are going to be using the same artifact set as the last time, the trio of troublemakers, and let's jump in. Hopefully we can just get the rank up or the counter first go and then go from there, but we'll just have to wait and see. Come on, please, Netmarble, you've been doing me dirty as of recent. Just a spare rank up, please. We get the counter. That's alright. Well, I'll meet you guys when we get that rank up. But once you get that second rank up or the second counter, which we've gotten here, you should be good to go. As you can see, attacked into the DN, even when she didn't have the stance up, attacking into the Taro, honestly giving us the extra attack buff there might be good for us. Unfortunately, can't use the attack card, but we're not really going to need it anyways. We'll go for the merge there. He's getting the life steal, or the regeneration, I should say, from the Elizabeth. Got him quite a bit of HP. We're not really going to be relying on the attack cards a whole bunch throughout this run. And in these turns where, let's say the Tariel does have his taunt up, pretty much just wasting our pumpkin bomb cards, our DN single target cards, all that kind of stuff, just cycling them out. As you can see, with the recovery from the Elizabeth and his lifesteal especially, he's going to be getting a whole ton back. Sariel not doing too bad damage from us, but as you can see, those debuffs build up so insanely fast, and our damage is just going up crazily. Yeah, look at that, 300,000 per one. What are we getting? Oh, 230, but yeah, you get Green Sariel, you can easily cheese this one. He's been on quite a few banners at this point. I feel like the Archangels, they'll have their initial release, they might have a month or so where you see them on no banners, and then they like to sprinkle them here and there, especially on these big celebrations. I was surprised they didn't give us the Red Tarmiel for the 3rd year anniversary for JP. I really would have liked to have gotten some dupes from there, but oh, would you look at that? Perfect card draw, could not have asked for better. We'll rank up the counter again, won't really have to use it in this next turn. We can actually throw out some of those counters as well. But yeah, a couple different combos. You could use the Estarossa as well. Damn, the attack disable gonna stop us from throwing those out. But yeah, now the two side units are dead, Sariel in the middle is revealed. We might be able to kill him if he throws out one more attack card into us. Please, Sariel? Ah, that's alright. Go for the rank up again into Sariel. This one's not an awful lot to talk about in this one. It is just, it's that simple. And pretty much all of these 3 stages were. I remember some of the early ones going out and absolutely struggling with them. Obviously, this can be easier or harder depending on if you have certain level or units, level 100, the kind of gear you have for the characters, all that kind of stuff. Nice 450,000 crit there. And moving on to the final floor 24, I mean, even in these guide videos, the Barn team just never escapes us. We are going to be using the Twiggo instead of the Terry due to his passive giving us the extra 30% HP to all our strength allies. Also using the Arthur, not only is he good for the passive being the best support for Barn, but the Nameless Dance card removing the ult gauge of your enemies when he's attacked into is super nice, because even when the opponents have type disadvantage, you'll see they'll hit for a crazy amount of damage. But of course, using the HP food for this one, the Elizabeth in the back to keep everyone alive. The only really gimmick in this stage is we are trying to use a team with super high HP values to kind of just survive our way or brute force through the fight. So if you like, you can also substitute this team out for an Archangel team, whatever really works for you. I mean, especially with the 2.5 anniversary only just passing, most of you guys should have that team fully built out now. But honestly, with how tanky the stage is, they might be able to survive one of the Barn ults here. Oh, look at that. Perfect starting RNG. We could have got an extra Heart Crusher into the gift card, but that's alright. Twiggo having the Holy Relic as well, giving him the first 2 turns of Taunt is nice. It's not needed by any means. Tarmiel Relic and the Elizabeth will keep him alive for long enough. He'll probably get focused the whole time, especially if you don't put up the Nameless Dance, just due to the fact he has such bad substats. Because he is a rare character, but let's see here. Because one of the previous times I did this, they got super lucky on the cards and just got a ultimate straight away, which he's done again in this one. Let's go for this and I'll kind of just waste that card there. Yeah, Barn will work. If you like, you could probably use another Suicide Fraldron team. I try and stay away from using those teams throughout the entire video because, yeah, most of these stages you could see me use the exact same team and get through it. If you like, you could use that with probably like a Rimuru, Trader Melee, Rimuru, DN. Rimuru is still just one of my favorite characters. So good in so many different forms of content. Pretty much everything other than the Demonic Beast battles, but finishing off this turn, we can get the Barn ultimate and we can start finishing people off. Due to the fact he has that ultimate, I think I might just skip out on using the Nameless Dance card. We can kind of showcase the Twiggo getting absolutely beat on in this next turn, because yeah, I can guarantee you they're going to go full send on the Twiggo here. Much damage from the Heart Crusher card? Not terribly bad. 550,000 is pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Wow, the ultimate did so much. Stun as well. If you like, you can use the green Estarossa in the back, so that any of the characters that use the stance, you'd obviously be using Arthur in that turn, putting the Nameless Dance up. He'll be immune to the stun, which could be very nice, but you should be fine just to get through it like this. We'll go another gift card, ultimate, and then the Heart Crusher. That should just about finish things off, right, Bon? You're gonna one tap everyone here, give us the nice KO screen? Unfortunately not. Wow, really? Still surviving even after the Heart Crusher there? Wow, what are you doing, Bon? Yeah, you can see the Zaratos does a crazy amount of damage. That's Twiggo gone. Liz will be coming to the front, but we'll just be fine with that one. Surely with Twiggo dead, we get some more Heart Crusher cards for the Bon. All of these stages, well, having a lot of room for team building, I feel like some of the earlier stages were very make and break with the comps they wanted you to use. Some of them, if you didn't have Red Moleskula built, you couldn't get the stage done, all that kind of stuff. I'm definitely glad they've steered away from that kind of path though. That'll get us another Barn ultimate, and then if we don't end up killing everyone in this turn, we can kill them in the next turn. But I mean, not too often we do guide videos on the channel, so if you guys have made it this far, by all means leave a like on the video. It shows that you guys actually enjoy this kind of content. But here we go, throwing off the Barn ultimate and getting this one done. Tomorrow's video going to be doing a guide on the Darriorian Monspeet, so if you're looking forward to that, by all means tune in tomorrow. He really survived that as well. Oh no, let's wrap this one up. There we go, all 3 of the brand new Tower of Trials stages defeated, but that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, leave a like and subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.